I am Dao.
I am Fa. We are Mr. Dao Fa. Okay, here I have my good brother named Jitong. He represents Dao.
And then here's also my good brother. Not that ghostly good brother, but my good brother.
Excuse me?
His name is Keith, and he represents...
I represent Law.
Yes.
So this episode, right, is a pre-recorded episode for us. Because next time we want to post our podcast on TikTok so that our TikTok viewers, you can participate, you can join us and ask us some questions. So if you have any questions, any situations going on in your life, and you want some good answers from some good young guys, we are here for you.
Yes, you can come to our TikTok live and ask your questions. We're very open, whatever you want to ask. Wow, you can't say anything too bad, but you can ask any open question you want. Like if you ask your mom or dad and they say, hey, don't ask so many questions, you can ask us instead. We will definitely answer you.
Do you know why? Because we represent the new generation.
That's right.
We can discuss things with our mentors or elders, and they are also more willing to share with us. How should I put it? They can discuss things with us in detail.
Discuss, yes. Because you see, I think we have an advantage, which is that we ourselves are also young people. So the questions you have are also questions we have ourselves. So if we have a topic that day and you have some questions based on that topic, you can ask us anytime and we'll answer you, right? We'll have different topics,
Yes, I think we can let our elders and our teachers and also combine them with the ideas of us young people and then give you a solution that hopefully works for you.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's not forget, if you need any kind of help, like if your house is haunted or there's some pervert.
You're the only pervert here.
If your place is haunted or you hear strange noises or things moving, you can always come to us.
Yeah.
Just send us a message directly and we'll send our team over.
No, not me. Send him. He's the bronze one, but you can choose the style. Right now, we're kind of like a market, You can choose what package you want, right? If you want someone more gentle, then pick me. If you want someone tougher, then go with him.
Excuse me, when is it my turn? Haha, really?
Yeah, I think our styles are pretty different. One's gentler, the other's tougher, right?
So if you need any help, you can come to us. But actually, if you want more privacy, right, we don't have to record it. But if the ghost haunting your house is a really awesome ghost, a really interesting one, if it's convenient, let's film with it together.
Yeah, give us that consent. Consent is very important.
Consent to film?
Yeah, consent to film. Yes. Hey, this might actually be a documentary, Your home could become a museum, a ghost-haunted house.
Yeah, then you can earn money from tickets.
Yeah.
But I want to take 10%.
Yeah. But no, I'm just kidding. But if you really have something going on at home and you need our help and you don't know who to turn to, you can come to us for help. Yeah, we'll all help out. You might be asking now, hey, why is there both Dao and Fa? They both sound the same, but what's the actual difference between them?
What's the difference?
Our stories are a bit different, I think.
Like we just talked about the method, right? It's like
Yeah.
It's a bit messy.
Messy?
Soft. That's your personality.
Actually, the reason I'm soft is because of our style. My style is softer. We also have the martial aspect. It's just that I think maybe in Taoism, we tend to be a bit more talkative. We like to explain scriptures and things like that. Because after all, when I first started learning, it was all from, when you started learning, it was probably directly from those kinds of spells and techniques.
Yeah. I started directly with that.
But in terms of Taoism, when we usually start learning, it's usually with scriptures. So it's kind of like monks, just chanting scriptures over and over.
Okay, can you explain to our audience how you got involved with Taoism and how long it's been?
To be honest, I haven't been involved with Taoism for very long.
Not long? How long exactly?
About 2 years, almost 2 years. Actually, I forgot. But if you count officially, it's only been about a year, maybe a year and 7 months. But if I count from when I first started learning the scriptures until now, it's been about 2, almost 3 years. Yeah. But how I got involved was because before I was from another religion, and then after that, I myself...
A small religion?
No, don't. This is sensitive. Yeah, sensitive. Usually it's the other way around, but I am the odd one out, right? But anyways, I just felt that in that religion, I was not growing. I have a very growth oriented perspective. When you do business, you also have to focus on growth, right? But I feel that
You must strive.
no, it's the other way, the other way.
Oh, you must strive.
Yeah, so I just, I felt that I wasn't growing, so I started to look. So at that time, I went to look for other religions. I went to read a lot because I'm more philosophy based. I went to read other philosophies. Then I came across Taoism.
Okay.
Yeah, then when I came across Taoism, its first word, the first phrase it says is, the Tao that can be told is not the eternal Tao. And I thought, hey, that's very interesting because, every religion, right? They're all telling you.
Do you know how I know this phrase?
Why?
Dao, what, sorry?
The Tao that can be spoken is not the eternal Tao.
The Dao that can be spoken isn't the eternal Dao. Dao. Do you know about a Chinese ghost story? That's when I first heard it. Seriously.
Yeah, this is the most iconic phrase of Taoism, right? And then after that, a lot of religions will tell you who God is. But for Taoism, we don't define who the God is. It's more like you have to discover it yourself. That's why it's called Tao, because it means something like a path, the way.
Wow.
Yeah, right. Tao, the way, the path, you have to find it yourself. Yeah, right. Yes. So I thought, hey, that's really interesting. And then I started to learn more about it. And when you study for a long time, your mind gets a little, right? Because everything is up there. Then I got interested in, hey, how do you confine?
If you want to laugh, just say you're laughing. Don't drag me into it.
No, everyone in this field is somewhat like that. Just joking. Yeah, but anyways, then after that, one day I wanted to learn. I said I wanted to find a teacher. So I prayed. I don't know. I just prayed.
You mean before you joined?
No.
You never considered just worshipping. You immediately wanted to become a Taoist priest.
No, I didn't. I actually don't even know what a Taoist priest is. I just said I wanted to learn a bit more. I mean, about the religious part of it. Yeah, and then because I noticed there was this religious part, and later that night I had a dream. In this dream, there was an old man who came into my dream. He had a long beard and was short, and he was wearing clothes like mine, white clothes. He told me to go find this temple, and he gave me the name of the temple. Yeah, and then I woke up. Then I was like, what's the name of the temple? Because I don't really worship or go to temples myself, so I just Googled it, on the internet, and hey, there really is a temple with that name. I discovered an actual temple and found its Facebook page. There, I saw a scripture chanting class was opening and thought it sounded interesting.
Wait, so the title scripture chanting class was interesting.
Yes, because it's like, okay, on a normal day, right? You wouldn't normally see scripture, right?
But if I see a ghost catching class, I would be more interested. But scripture chanting is just reciting scriptures over there.
Yeah, chanting scriptures, that's right, chanting scriptures. I just think it's okay, it's cool. I'm a bit more of a nerd.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a bit more of a nerd. Then I was like, okay, so I went down. Then I went down to the temple. Actually, it was very, very scary because, the people in the temple usually look a bit fiercer,
Really? As a school, so maybe, yeah.
Honestly, when I went in, all the aunties were like, what are you here for? I said, I'm here to study scriptures. You teach scriptures here, right? They were like, oh, it's inside. And then I just went in. Then that's how it started. It was from there that I got to know my master. And then I started studying scriptures. So at the beginning, we mainly focused on the scriptures, like reciting scriptures.
They just gave you a book and you would sit there every day chanting Namo Amitabha.
That's from Buddhism.
All right, then you just see it and then you just do it like that.
That's also Buddhism, right. But we have our own rituals. For Taoism, our rituals are mainly based on scriptures. Right, so that's why we call it Kei.
I think that's why I personally feel it could be like this. So I wouldn't be interested because I didn't study, I didn't learn.
Really? Maybe?
Bro, I think I stopped studying after high school.
Oh, really? Okay, do you want to introduce yourself and explain why you chose to study this major?
Why? Okay, when I first started, it was because ever since I was young, I would always see those unclean things, And in my family, we already have an altar at home. My mom is a priest. So ever since I was young, I would see every ritual they performed doing this and that. I would just wonder, how do they do it? These things are really boring. I used to think they were boring because I would feel like...
What a change, man.
You keep doing the same thing, right? I didn't get it. If you don't understand something, you tend to reject it.
Yeah, exactly.
So about 3 years ago, I suddenly became very sensitive to these supernatural events.
Oh.
It's a kind of fearful sensitivity, happiness and sadness, a sensitivity to emotions.
Oh.
It's like every night when I sleep, I see those unclean things coming into my dreams, chasing me. And they come right up to my face in my dreams.
Are they pretty?
Let me tell you,
Yeah.
if I were pretty, I wouldn't have become a mage. But the problem is I'm not pretty. And then they keep coming, whispering and chattering. Okay, so they kept bothering me. And after a while, I felt like, oh no, this can't go on. So I told my mom. Because I could always feel like something was getting close or something. And then, well, for us, my parents never really wanted to look at my birth chart. Because if you know what might happen to your child, you might get even more scared, right? It's best not to know your own birth chart, you know?
Yeah.
So when she went to check my birth chart,
Yeah.
she found out that actually in my, I forgot which section, but I have Pi and Yin.
月族.
Ah,
What's your Chinese zodiac sign?
year, month, day. Yeah, it's in the month pillar, the month pillar. Ah, the one above the month pillar is the heavenly stem. Okay, there's a voiceless sound over there, so we'll see these things.
That's what you do when you do this.
Ah, right. You said there was a voiceless sound over there just now, and then you know that's why I'm sensitive, right? Why don't I just ask my mom to help me? Why did I join this, our Dharma teaching? It's because I had a dream at that time. In that dream, my mom was possessed by a ghost. Yes, it happened downstairs at my old house. And in that dream, I remember very clearly I took out a ritual instrument. Then I used that ritual instrument over there to get rid of the ghost or whatever it was from my mom's body.
Get rid of it.
I did mention this to my mom, but all I could do was just bring it up to her, maybe a few months later. But it just so happened that during the time I dreamed about her being possessed, less than a week later, she fell in the bathroom and took a hard fall. Then she broke her leg, her bone broke. Well, not exactly broke, but you know, it was bad.
Yeah, yeah.
It was just right. Very, very...
What a coincidence.
It's such a coincidence. What is this? Is it fate? Because I've always had this ability to predict the future since I was a kid.
Predict.
Predicting is really about having foresight, so I told my mom I was interested and wanted to learn from her. I slowly started to learn more about it. That was the first time I helped her with a big event during the Ghost Festival in July, one of the major days in July. It was my first time learning to set up the pulley system and similar tasks.
Will she be happy?
What?
Will she be very happy that you learned this?
Yeah, she will. I can help her, you know. Because sometimes when she's doing those rituals and stuff, she's really short-handed. So isn't it great to have her son help out? Free labor, that sort of thing.
This is true. This is true. It's real.
Yeah, so I've been with our six-blade sect for about 2 years now, about the same as you. Ah, but I've been exposed to things from the six-blade sect since I was a kid. It's just that 2 years ago I happened to enter our main sect and now I'm in the Yin sect. For this episode, we'll discuss some questions that our past audiences on HELLBANK have sent us. Today, Jitong and I will analyze it for you. He'll give you the theory and I'll give you the practicality. The audience's question is, if I have the third eye, is it a blessing in disguise or am I just unlucky? What should I do about it?
What should I do about it? What's your perspective on this?
My perspective? For me, it's a blessing. It's definitely lucky for me because I'm a mage, right? But if you are just an ordinary civilian, if you are just a civilian, I think it's pretty hard to be lucky. Because I think, imagine I'm downstairs eating rice and while I'm eating, I see that ghost eating with me over there.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow, I'd rather not deal with that. Okay, so how do you feel since you were born with it?
Well, for me, honestly, I have mixed feelings about this. It's because even though I feel like it's unlucky, sometimes I really think it's a blessing in disguise. Because especially when you have the ability to see the other world, it actually opens up your perspective a lot.
But before you became a mentor, as an ordinary person?
I was really scared and have cried since I was a kid.
Because this is a question from a viewer, so you must see it from a civilian point of view.
Point of view, yes. Okay, if that's the case, it's really quite upsetting. I think if you're really being disturbed every day, you can settle it. You should find someone to help you settle it. Okay, in Taoism, at least we feel that the third eye is a defect. because we are controlled by this sense, not that we control this sense. You can close your eyes to not see, but you can't do that with your third eye. Yes, it's just a full-on blast, fully open every day, so this is a defect. So if you really want to solve it, I think at least in our sect, what we do is just draw a symbol on your eyes and close them, that's it. Some people call it sealing life. Sealing life is also just sealing your orifices.
Yeah.
Because some people can see things, it's because their orifices are broken. So you seal up their orifices. Sealing life is still around your third eye, right? If someone writes a talisman and applies it, right, then you won't have that ability anymore. I've tried many times and it always works, so...
Why did you have to try repeatedly?
No, I tried on different people. Yeah, because a lot of my followers have kids, and their kids usually... I don't know why, but kids are usually more sensitive because they say their souls are unstable. So usually at home, kids will see things. Like recently, someone told me that at home, their son keeps seeing an uncle and auntie at home talking to him. And when they talk, his parents can hear it too. And it really sounds like they're having a conversation. Yeah, and then they just freaked out. So I said, oh, this kid probably can see things. Then I went down there and actually I just used some incense to help him. I used incense on his forehead, we call it the third eye, drew a talisman and tapped him with it, and then he couldn't see anymore.
But how long can this effect last?
Oh, it can last forever.
Really?
Really?
Didn't you mention your meeting?
Because, well, because you have cultivation yourself, you can activate it. Usually fine for a child. I mean, at least for now, no one has given feedback that his back opened up, open back for mine. Maybe don't know, maybe 5 years later, it suddenly opens up again, then put it back down, just like Panadol, 8 hours.
I think it's possible maybe when we give him talismans to eat or our Feng, it's almost the same.
But if you guys do it, will it open up? Will it come back? Or will it also last forever?
I don't know yet, bro. No one has told me about that either, bro. Maybe they'll tell me when the time comes.
They'll let me know when it's time. It's only a problem if it becomes one.
Yeah, indeed.
Really?
Well said, well said. It is not a problem until it is a problem.
So if you really have a third eye, and you're troubled by it, and you really need help, you can come to us. Of course, usually outside, if you go to a temple, there are usually professional people there to help handle it. Because this problem is quite common. Yes, a lot of children go to temples, and parents will take their kids to the temple to ask for this specific request. Yeah, so they should all be quite familiar with how to handle it. But if you want to find us, I don't know, it's a bit more interesting.
Why do you want to find us? Please please introduce why you want to find us.
I don't know, I have a bit of thick skin, but you know, maybe it's because we're more handsome. Oh, I don't even dare to say it. You can say it, you can, but I don't dare to say it. Yes.
I didn't say anything.
Okay.
I'm a bit thin-skinned.
No, I can't. Oh, I'm blushing. But anyways, okay, moving on to the next question, right? Our next viewer, he asked before, "Hi Team Hellbank, I watched your episode on the Haunted Housing and Development Board. My wife and I are looking for a resale flat, and I heard that bringing a baby to house viewings can help sense the energy of the place. Is this just an old wives' tale?"
But baby is how old, you know? Can the baby even talk? Can the baby, there's something over there.
Yeah, that's right.
But if the baby, then how do you know, right?
I think usually, I've heard this saying, actually, it's when you bring the baby in. If the baby, as soon as he goes in, starts crying, it means the energy in the house isn't good.
Oh.
I have a story. This is my own story. Because before, actually, I am the baby. But at that time, when I was about 3 or 4 years old and could talk, I was in Malaysia. I was born in Malaysia. And then when I came to Singapore, my parents bought a house. When they were buying a house, they liked to bring me along because they knew I could see things. Each time I entered, if something was in the room or house, I'd say, "Mommy, there's something here."
But this is not a baby.
Right, it's not a baby, though a baby is possible, just because baby...
I think 3 years old is fine.
Even 3 years old can...
Roughly speaking.
Speak.
Oh, point here, point there.
Yeah, it's all okay because they say babies are the purest, right? So any change in that energy, he can feel it.
Oh.
We're more, like polluted.
Yeah. When I was a kid, every time I saw it, I would think, like kids or babies, they don't know what's a person and what's a ghost.
Oh,
It's easier to connect with them because they're more open-minded. If you can't tell who's a person or a ghost, you don't know what to fear and are open to everything. So we just see it. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I don't think it's an old wives' tale. What do you think?
I think it's definitely useful, but I won't bring a baby. If you are going to buy a resale flat, firstly, just bring a feng shui master with you. You bring a feng shui master with you, right? The feng shui master can instantly identify spots like the wealth position, areas with evil spirits, conflicts, and problem-free zones. Because there are some places that you should completely avoid. You shouldn't buy a house like that. And a lot of people will say, don't buy those low-level buildings.
Why?
There's a lot of bad energy, like trees, roads, things like that.
Oh, actually,
That's why you'll see sometimes the higher ones are more expensive.
more expensive? I thought it was just cooler up there.
I would say that's one of the reasons.
Okay, but it also clashes with the vibe.
But I would say you can bring a baby, but if you bring a feng shui master, it's even better.
It's expensive.
It's expensive, but if you move into that house and the feng shui is bad, you don't make money, you're still losing out, right?
Yes, actually.
That's if you have a feng shui master come in, then wealth will flow in from all directions. You have to listen to his song, wealth is coming, right?
Heaven grants you mountains of gold and silver.
Yes.
Yes.
It's like heaven gives you gold and silver mountains. So you need feng shui to protect your gold and silver mountains.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next question.
Yeah.
Can Chinese religious practices counter Tai Gong Tao?
Actually, when I saw this question, I had an example in mind. For me, of course, I would say yes, but why is that, right? Let me give you an example. If you want to cook beef Wellington, you can use a Chinese wok to cook it. It still works, right? Yeah.
Look,
Yeah, right?
this is why our friend is the second one, and also why this friend is considered better. When, I'm when. Do you know why? Because every time someone asks me this question, the example I give is, no matter if you're white, black, Malay, or whatever, if I shoot you with a gun, you'll die just the same.
Actually, that's true. This is also correct.
No matter who you are, right? No matter what race you are, if I shoot you, you'll die too. So that's how I see it. But you gave a very,
I'm a bit more gentle. Yes.
wow, it's a very nice answer. Mine is, I will kill you no matter what.
No, I'm thinking about food because I'm just hungry.
Oh, I've always given this example. Like if I hold an automat Kalashnikova, 47, I don't care who you are, you will still die.
Yeah.
So that's my analogy to this.
But if it's for example, the armor, yours is Chinese, right? Then if he uses that armor, the bulletproof vest, maybe your Chinese gun can't shoot through it. What do? Actually, there's one here. Use it.
I think back then there was this BOMO case I had a long time ago when I was little, before I got into these things. On my side, I think at that time there was this woman who was cursed by a Malay person, a Malay BOMO or something, and I can't really remember why. But I do remember that we invited one of our friends who is also a BOMO to go and settle this. Yeah, I think it was because I wish I could tell you the reason, but I can't remember. I do remember that I invited a Malay BOMO to come and help.
Actually, I'm very curious. Where do you find a BOMO? Because I've heard a lot about this BOMO thing. What?
I don't know what the name of that bulao is again.
No, but it's just that I've never met BOMO in my life. Like, where do you...
But now they go find the ustad. How do you pronounce that?
That ustads, huh?
Sorry, don't cross me on that.
Oh, okay, but it's quite interesting. I mean, if one day I can meet a BOMO...
Actually, you know what's a very good example for people who don't understand the difference between Dao Shi and Fa Shi? One is the ustaz, one is the BOMO.
Oh, yeah, actually, that's true.
You are the priest, I'm the shaman.
Kind of.
So like Taoism witchcraft and you go the way of Tao. So for our Malay audiences, it's like if you are going to compare what is Dao Shi and Fa Shi, this is a very good explanation.
Kind of similar.
I think it's very similar because they're both in the same religion, but they have similar
Are they in the same religion?
Are they in the same religion?
Ustaz.
They are all in the Islam thing, right?
BOMO also,
I think it's a great example.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm Taoism witchcraft, which is similar to what you are.
More of the theory.
The theory, the priest, which is similar to
Yeah, I think that's a very good example.
We have learned a good example today.
Yes.
What a great analogy.
Yes.
But okay, can Chinese religious practitioners practice, can they counter Tai Kong Tao?
For my own master said, okay, you know, a lot of times there are those Thai amulets and things like that. Usually some people will help me ask us to settle it, because before I ask my master, hey, how do you settle this kind of thing?
What do you mean by settle?
It's like, you know, sometimes those kumantong and such, then the kumantong will come, oh, come in, what's that? As long as it's on you.
Yes.
Then they asked us to help them settle it. We asked, hey, how do we settle it? Then my master said, oh, it's easy, just burn it with fire. Then I thought, he said nothing is more powerful than fire. Yeah, then I was just like, it's true, honestly. I mean, for myself, I haven't encountered it yet, not yet. That Kong Tao is fierce.
But isn't Kumantong different from Kong Tao?
I think Kong Tao is
Kong Tao is a curse.
curse, but in the same field, right? Is it?
No, actually, okay, we're talking about Kumantong, right? Kumantong is technically a holy kind of baby, right? It's a holy child.
It's holy?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, it a little bit right, but the thing is this child, right? It's the same as like, okay, this Kumantong is a holy child. To my knowledge, this holy child will basically be like your own son. If you abuse people, if you rape, if you kill, your kid is gonna grow up to be like that.
Oh.
But if you teach him good things, you give him his snacks, you give him what you as a person, you are kind, you are helpful, this kid will grow up and be kind and helpful. They won't grow up, but they will have that, just like how the father is, the son will be the same. That kind of ideology. So if you do good, this thing will help you. It's hard to call it a Gong Tao because Gong Tao is very different from Kumantong, which already misleads us from the Thai Buddhist perspective.
Right.
It is a practice they have. But Gong Tao is more like, if I don't like you, I'll cast a spell on you. Gong Tao also casts spells here.
Yeah, actually in Hua, okay, so this Gong Tao thing, from what I know, they have another name for it in Hua language called Yan Sheng, which is Yan as in dislike and Sheng as in Holy Father. So this thing, some people say they call it Pin Gong Tao. Actually, in Hua language, there's a term called Du Yan, which is do as in fight and Yan as in dislike. So I think their roots are pretty similar, like shamanism and that kind of thing. So even when you talk about Tai Gong Tao and such, they're actually very close to China. So sometimes the shamanistic practices or witchcraft within China itself can actually be very similar to the theories of Gong Tao. Yeah, so I think in a way, if you ask whether Chinese religious practices can counter it, I think it's okay because, as we say, there's this concept of all methods return to the source. All the spells in the books, they all come from one source. Yeah, actually I read a book before and it talked about the lineage of witchcraft. Chinese witchcraft. Then actually he linked all that witchcraft sack, right? Linked back to a person, linked back to a person. When I saw it, I felt, wow, quite scary because it said, you know, Pangu, right? It said, okay, Pangu, the heavenly king, then passed this witchcraft technique to another person called
Pangu, the one who split heaven and earth.
Yeah. I don't know whether it's real or not, but this is something I came across. It says, okay, Pangu, the heavenly king, then passed it on to another person called Suotan, King Suotan. And then this King Suotan divided it into many parts. And then these witchcraft things were handed over to different people. Then I mentioned Sultan and I was like, wow, sounds like Satan. Then I was like, oh, is this, but okay, maybe I'm reaching too far. But the thing is, well, I've seen this thing before anyway. They were talking about this witchcraft stuff, right? And someone tried to trace it back and said, actually, it comes from the same source. Yeah, so most of the time, the methods are pretty much the same.
Okay, let me ask you this. If, let's say we have a Gong Tao, let's just say, what is Gong Tao? Gong Tao is a curse, a type of black magic curse. If I don't like you and I want to curse you, I would use Gong Tao. If we talk about the most common type of Gong Tao, the one I see most often is the love curse. Love Gong Tao. How would you deal with it?
How I deal with it?
How would Taoism deal with it?
Okay, well, because that love Gong Tao, it has different types. I need to look at the seriousness of it. So if you're talking about Gong Tao, there is a type of love Gong Tao where it sends things like its own, let's say, witch or shaman, and it will send its soldiers to your ears to keep whispering thoughts into your ears. So if you're someone with strong mental power, you won't be affected by it.
Yes.
This is simple. So if you are affected by it, at most, I will just set a protection around you. If you don't let it affect you, that's fine. Then the second one is if they get your soul particle. When we talk about soul particle, it means things like your shoes, your hair, your nails, that kind of stuff. You contain your personal information. At this point, they can set something a bit deeper.
Gong Tao.
Gong Tao comes, so it can really go into you to control you. But this one hasn't yet. For this, you have to force it out. So you have to draw a talisman inside it, draw the talisman and force it out. Well, this is just my own way of doing it. I don't know how other people do it. Then, if it's really the most serious case, it means, okay, I want to combine you with another woman. Then I have to take both of your information and intertwine your souls together. Yeah, so now your two souls, right, are brought together, right? Then once you separate, you'll both feel really uncomfortable because a soul always has to come together, right? So if it separates, you'll be like, wow, feeling uncomfortable all over, yeah. So they will always go back, and that's really hard to solve, right? You really have to go to peer, you have to go back and find the source yourself. Yeah, maybe there's a way I haven't learned yet. Master, help me, thanks. Yeah, you know what's great about Master? If you don't get it,
Really, if I don't understand anything, hello master, it's even easier for me.
yeah.
Hello mommy.
Yeah, but I think it's probably okay. If you want to do it, you just have to do it quietly. Actually, we have what we call Baidu. You know Baidu, right? Baidu is a prayer to the Northern Dipper, the 9 stars of the Big Dipper. When we pray to it, it actually says that if you do this prayer, it can remove black magic. Yes, remove this kind of curse. So if we pray, actually the spell on us can be removed. Yes. Easy actually. No, nothing is really hard. Like my master said, this is very simple.
Wow, my master never said that. It's really simple. Every time, headache.
Master, haha, master.
No, because here we mostly use talismans. The 6 of us use talisman techniques. With talisman techniques, we have to write a lot of talismans. For example, because I'm still learning these methods for dealing with black magic, sometimes I'll get some cases from my master and he'll show me, for example, this girl was hit by a black magic spell and she was apparently a prostitute.
Oh.
Then one of her clients put a black magic spell on her.
Okay.
And then every time she tried to sleep, her mind would be filled with thoughts of this man. She hasn't slept well in a long time. She has very dark circles under her eyes. She opened like 3 big bottles of French water.
Oh, wow.
Gave her to drink and then gave her a lot of talismans to swallow. A lot of them. Like every day she ate one and after showering she used one. This was done daily for about 49 days. Finally, she was able to sleep better and wasn't so exhausted anymore.
Yeah, exhausted.
Exhausted, really exhausted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that there are many ways to deal with the curse among our 6 generations. Yeah, there are many ways. But we want the best, the most certain, the best option because I don't want you to come back to me.
Yeah.
You come back to me. It's like, wow, I didn't do a good job.
Actually, in a way, you guys just sound like doctors. You have to control the medication and all that.
And sometimes people think he's pretending, but he's not. He's just overthinking things.
Yeah, that's right.
So as a mage, right, we have this sit-down consult. I'll try to understand what your current problem is. What have you been doing lately? Is there anything that might have affected this idea that makes you feel like you've been cursed? Then we'll determine whether this person has a mental illness, is just too arrogant and thinking about these things, or if they've really been affected by something evil.
Yeah.
Right. Then if it were us, would we give them talismans to drink, have them eat charms, or have them drink blessed water? This is our most basic setting.
That's right. Actually, a lot of times when we practice, whether it's the Tao or the Dharma, actually, a lot of things really do have these supernatural events, these ghosts, but it's not every day.
It's not every day.
A lot of what we do is to give people peace of mind.
Yes, peace of mind. It's the most common thing.
Because even if, I think last time I talked to your mother, and she also said, even if we have a way to get rid of it, if your heart is not at peace, it will still come back. Yeah.
Oh, you went to our case, right?
Yeah, I went to your case. After talking to him, I understood and said, yeah, true, right.
So, oh man.
So the Lulu is not the Solulu, really, these people, really. Yeah. The Lulu will have more problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, hi. Sometimes our like-minded friends join me in our cases, my cases here, because we...
Take a look, learn a bit.
It's all about the way,
Yes, that's right. Okay, next question. Is there a specific deity we should pray to for different dialect groups?
Come on, Mr. Theory.
Actually, this seems like a very interesting question because I thought that Singaporeans, at least as long as we're Chinese, we just worship any deity. So I
can't agree to that.
yeah, like,
If I can win the lottery, any god will do.
you know that Hindu temple by Simalu? Many Chinese people visit it too because it's so effective, right? Different dialect groups, I mean, there are like, for example, we always talk about double gong, but what we usually see is the normal double gong, right? But actually, for Hakka people, if I'm correct, it should be the Hakka people. Their double gong is Shu Shun, that's Shu Tianxi.
Okay.
It's called Gantian Dadi. So their Dada Bogong is a different one, another one.
Oh yeah, I just saw this name the other day, Gan.
Gantian Dadi is Wang O's heavenly official, so that's who they pray to. Similarly, people from Fujian often worship Mazu and Baosheng Dadi, as those are Fujian gods. If someone from Fujian doesn't worship Mazu, they're probably not truly from Fujian Guang.
Isn't that something from Taiwan?
No, Minnan.
I know Taiwanese people worship Mazu, who is considered a sea goddess.
Yeah, that's right, because Fujian is by the sea.
Oh.
People from Guangdong love worshipping Wang Taixin. If you visit Hong Kong, you should definitely worship Wang Taixin too. Then, okay, because my lineage is from Hong Kong, so I don't know if I can really represent people from Guangdong. But over there, they also really like to worship Lu Dongbin. They didn't have spirit mediums in the past. Cantonese people didn't have them. Cantonese people, they use Fuji, which is like 2 sticks, kind of like a spirit writing planchette, to communicate with spirits. So at that time, they really believed in Lu Dongbin. For Cantonese people, do you still have Cantonese people or what? Then most Kaozo people have charitable halls. Kaozo people, they're not.
Okay, let's not talk about going deep into the mainland. Let's talk about Singapore.
Yes, the Kaozo people here, the Kaozo people in Singapore, most of them are more Buddhist. Yes, they have charitable halls, so they're a mix of Buddhism.
Wow, you're using a lot of proper Chinese. I only understand Hokkien names and everything.
Gang Tian Tai Te La, Xiang Teng La, things like that. Yeah. So is there a specific deity you should pray to for different dialect groups? Honestly, no. Yeah, the sun, right? It's connected. It's just like a Wi-Fi router, There are many Wi-Fi routers. You just choose which port you want to go to, yeah.
Then in that case, I don't need to pray to Kai Shen Ye. I can just pray to Guan Yin. And it's the same as praying to Kai Shen Ye.
Doubt Guan Yin's power to grant wealth? Check out the Sima Lu Guan Yin temple.
So why do people pray to Kai Shen Ye? He has an extra 10% power.
Maybe it's like, because right, we must be goal-oriented. When you pray to Guan Yin, you might not necessarily be thinking about wealth. Yeah, so for us Chinese, actually all gods are one, right? We are also gods. But anyways, we don't worship ourselves. But anyways, there are many gods. But because our human mind can't understand, the way that can be spoken of is not the constant way. We divide them into many different gods and worship them. Actually, it's just one of his values, that's all.
I see.
Yeah, it's like, okay, for example, right? Why Mazu? Why do people from Fujian worship Mazu? It's very, very simple. Mazu Right was a real person. Right. For example, when you were alive, you were from Fujian, and I'm from Fujian too. Whenever I ask for your help, brother, even after you're gone, I believe you'd still help me. That's why, as a Fujianese, I worship Mazu. I will definitely worship you because it's easier, because our own people help our own people help our own people. Then why use that for Hokkien? Anyway, it's just our people helping each other, right? That's how it is. There's no strict rule. Yeah, actually the other day I went to read the scripture of Kai Shen. He said double gong, that's Tudigong or double gong. Why do so many people worship him, right? Because Tudigong, he's like your delivery man for your wealth. Yeah, he's like your post office, right? He's like that mailman, right? Delivering wealth to you.
So he's like, okay, what you're telling me is 2D Gong is like our local member of parliament.
Oh, right.
The member of parliament visits homes, gives red packets, and takes photos with you.
Yes. Actually, Tudigong is a very special deity because only Tudigong can go up to heaven and down to earth.
No, there's still one more.
That's it.
It's standard.
Oh, I didn't follow the standard.
The standard can rise, fall, or drop even further.
Upwards. Oh, right. But yeah, Tudigong is your local... Actually, in the deity worship you mentioned, he's like your local postman, right? Right. So when we deliberately burn those pattern papers, burn that paper, it's all delivered by Tudigong.
Wow.
When your land is officially recognized, please come to the guest house.
Yeah, I mean, we will report it, right?
Yeah.
Tudigong. But to me, it's like, okay, so when we talk about feng shui, right, when it comes to that, right, I will always say like, if Kai Shenye came to your door, would he enter if you had many shoes outside? That's the logic.
I mean, just keep it clean.
Yeah, so if you say Tudigong comes, like, okay, if we use that logic, right, you have to think in your house, right, in the corridor, are there a lot of shoes? Does it look messy? Would Kai Shenye or Tudigong want to come to your house to give you wealth? If not, go tidy up, just tidy up a bit, right?
I just want to add on something very, very, very quick. About the Tudigong thing, actually a very interesting thing about Taoism or Fajiao is that when we invite Tudigong, we recite a mantra. Then if you analyze that mantra, right, it's actually a major gaslighting mantra.
Why?
Yeah, that mantra is just gaslighting Tudigong.
Oh.
Right, because when we're in there, we say, okay, now help me do things.
We will report it.
Right, when I make it someday, I'll definitely promote you. We've been gaslighting him for centuries. I'm not even sure if that earth god really...
Actually, no, there's a part where we say we'll report it, we'll inform the high official.
On the day of the offering, yes, on the day I make the offering. I'll tell the higher-ups, I'll tell him because it was your help. You can promote him. We've been gaslighting him for a while, but I'm not sure if he's been promoted.
But I'm trying to translate Hokkien to Chinese in my brain.
Yeah, but I also don't... His official title is Shangqing.
Yeah, I'm sure that many people actually have this question. Is it true that during the 7th month or Chinese New Year, more people pass away?
I think honestly it's true. In the past, I didn't really believe in this kind of thing.
I believe in it.
Previously, I didn't know since I hadn't experienced it. But when I began working at a hospital, especially during those 2 periods, I saw many people pass away.
Why these periods? Flu season?
No, it's not that. So after that, I went to ask, and apparently one of the reasons is because he said, what do we call festival in Mandarin? It's called Jiri.
Yeah.
Actually, that jai, right? It means an obstacle.
Oh, the Njai?
No, obstacle, like one by one. When we say you have 1 jai, 2 jai, it's like an obstacle like that. So a lot of people, especially the elderly or those who are sick, right? They can't get past this jia because especially during these festival periods, it's the change of the solar term, which means an energy change. When you look at the Tongsheng, it talks about the 24 solar terms. Then the New Year and the beginning of spring is one, then July is another one, then Qingming is also one. So during all these 24 solar terms, especially a few, when the energy changes, right, a lot of people will
not be able to handle it.
That's what happens. Some people like me actually get sick.
Yeah.
Then if it's possible, when I get old, I'll leave this world. Yeah, so I'll probably die during Chinese New Year or in the 7th month, like my own Agong died in the 7th month. Yeah, at that time, he was about to go, and I said he probably wouldn't make it past the 7th month, and he really didn't make it past the 7th month.
But it's quite sad because we know that if there's someone sick in our family and when these kinds of festivals come around, you start to feel a bit scared inside.
Yeah, you really do get scared.
Yeah.
You really do get scared.
For example, at my own relative's house, recently I deliberately sealed up their house. I sealed every window and every door.
Yeah.
I hope this holiday can pass.
Pass, right? Yeah. Actually, at this time, we usually light the dew lamp to boost ourselves. Like you also worship the dew, that's the dew lamp, the star lamp, to give yourself a boost. Actually, it's not just the New Year. Usually we say the New Year is the start of the year. July, the middle of the year, then winter solstice, the end of the year. These 3 festivals, a lot of people will. I think at that time when you interviewed people about those undertakings, did they say the same thing? Did they also say there would be more, right? Yes. We Chinese, like when I was in the hospital, actually a lot of people would say, many times we would close cases.
I think that's it for today. I want to tell you, we will show you more interesting things in the next episode. In the next episode, I think we will really start to do the live stream so that you can actually interact with us.
That's right.
We can communicate with each other.
Communicate.
Yes, you can get to know me. I'm Keith. I'm 23 years old, single, 100.
What type do I like, I wonder?
Excuse me, you can't say things like that so carelessly.
Yeah, and then...
I like mature women.
Oh, wow, sister. But anyways, I'm Zitong. I'm 25 years old, yeah. I don't have many hobbies. I just really like chanting scriptures.
You didn't say if you're single.
Oh, single, yeah, I'm single.
So if you like Mr. Dao...
Yes.
You can check out his Instagram.
Or my TikTok.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. If you ever miss the live stream, we will have it recorded and posted on YouTube so you can still watch it. If you find a certain part really funny and want to show your friend, just go on YouTube and check it out.
Yes, that's right. That's right. So there's no need to worry. Sometimes you can't watch the live stream, like when you're in the shower. So just wait for it on YouTube.
Hey, you should watch even when you're taking a shower.
Ah, right. You should watch even when you're taking a shower.
You cannot miss out on this. This show will be so interesting, right? That even when you shower, you'll watch. When you drink, you'll watch. You'll still watch even while studying. I'm telling you, it's confirmed.
All right. Okay.
Okay, so we should, how do you say it?
I'm Dao.
No, that's not it. So thank you all for coming to watch our show today. We've worked really hard to promote this new style of filming. It's like the radio shows we used to do, but bringing it to TikTok so that we can have a nice interaction with everyone. You get to learn something. We get to make you all happy, learn something. So I think it's a very nice interaction.
And most importantly, if you have ghosts in your house, contact us. We want to go film without consent, please. Ah, okay. So thank you. I'm Dao.
I'm Fa.
We are Mr. Dao Fa. Okay, ciao, bye.